Hello everyone, David Cole here with number 7 of 10 in my ESL Teaching Strategies video series. I'm excited that you're viewing this video. If you haven't seen the previous videos, I'll leave a link to the playlist in the description below, along with any other resources that I mentioned in this video to assist you. So, if you're teaching English online, I hope these strategies will help you. For number 7, we're talking about extension. So, what is an extension? Extension means expanding the content to meet the needs of each student. See, students vary in their levels, so it's essential to adapt these lessons to challenge advanced learners or support those who need extra help. This ensures every minute of class is productive and engaging. And an extension is important because every student at every level is not the same. You'll encounter students who are more advanced in certain areas and some who seem to get it more easily. If you just teach the lesson the same for everyone, you might have a lot of free time at the end, which isn't good. Parents want a full lesson of learning. The good news is that you can have fun with the lessons. Whether you're working for a company with strict policies or teaching privately, you can extend the content to ensure the student gets the most out of it. Within every lesson, at every level, we have advanced students, those who need, and within every lesson, at every level, we have advanced students and those who need a little bit more support. We'll talk about extension and how to use it as a strategy. We'll go over what it is, why we extend, and how to extend. You see, an extension is how you expand on the content you are teaching in that lesson. For example, if you're teaching your younger students a lesson on colors, the lesson may call for them to recognize and say the color. If an advanced student gets it immediately and we'll say circles and says red, they get it right away, they say the color, it's all done in a few seconds, but you need to take at least a minute on this slide so that you have enough time to get through all 24 slides in 24 minutes. Well, you can continue by asking, what color do you see? I see red. Continue by extending. How many are red? This is introducing counting. If the student's advanced and they already understand it, they might start counting with you. I see 3. We can go 1, 2, 3, red. Now, if the student isn't getting it as quick and they just say dog, well, you can extend by continuing with that and saying red dog. Now, they may not know how to spell or anything yet, but you're connecting the words to the language by writing it and by using the words. So they already know dog. They said dog. Now we're saying red dog. Yes, good. Red apple. All right. We could even do the same thing for the crayon. You could draw an arrow. If they're not connecting red, they're only saying the name of the object and they don't understand, you can draw an arrow saying red. Now we don't want them to say red dog, so I'm going to change my color. I'm going to circle the red in the dog. Red. So there's lots of ways we can try to connect that to the specific language that we want to teach. Now, red dog. Yes, very good. All right, that's how we can handle this type of situation. All right, so now say you were working with our advanced student, our older student. The extension may come from a word or a picture on the first slide. So like this one, What is semi-aquatic? Well, they can read, means they live in both land and water. You can break it down further for them if they're getting stuck with it. I like to, at this point, take my pointer. Like, I can explain. When you see semi, means part. This is a word that they probably learned already at a younger stage in their learning. Part. And aquatic, I'll explain, is water. So now, part water. So they live on both land and water. This connects the new words with their prior knowledge while sticking to their learning goal. And depending on their level of comprehension, you can also ask, if you were a semi-aquatic animal, which one would you be? And you can have them choose. Ask why. We work on the names of the animals. We can work on reasoning. This is just one way we can extend on something very similar, whether it's a young student or an older student.
So why do we extend?
So not every student fits neatly into their assigned level. See, this is why extension helps. It helps fill extra time, provide advanced challenges, or offer additional support to struggling students. It shows parents you're maximizing their child's learning time and builds student confidence. In a nutshell, we extend because not every student is the same within a level. I'll provide key tips in video number 9 about specific students and when to extend or hold back when we talk about pacing. Be sure to check that video out. Now, how do we extend? Number 1, adjust content. If a student masters the lesson objective quickly, ask open-ended questions or add new tasks. For example, after identifying colors, ask how many are red, or what other red things can you name? If you're with an older student in this and you're doing something like a reading, they just finished reading a paragraph, ask a question about the paragraph, a specific. You're talking about Isabella Bird in the paragraph, and she's a traveler. Where did she travel? Specifically, what was covered in that? And that'll check their comprehension as well, so you can get a little bit more out of every slide. Feedback and prep is number 2. Use prior teacher feedback, demo lessons, or pre-tests just to gauge the student's level and to plan for extensions. Number 3, visual and kinesthetic tools. Engage all learning styles by drawing, circling, or acting out scenarios. Number 4 is games and activities. For younger students, try Pictionary. For older students, use discussion games like Would You Rather. All right, so let's look at some examples from like feedback from other teachers. If you're teaching for a company, you can look at the notes and the feedback from previous teachers. This can provide insights into the students' abilities. You can check their scores in reading, speaking, math, etc., just to gauge their level.
For new students.
Now, if you're a private teacher, ask the person who referred you. That could be another teacher, it could be the parent, wherever you got this from. But you can ask about their likes and dislikes, their strengths, their weaknesses, that type of thing. If obtained through marketing efforts, ask those parents or the students directly about the areas that they need help with. See, test results from exams like the Cambridge, KET, or PET can also be helpful. Now, demo lessons and pre-tests. Conduct a demo lesson with a placement test to gauge the student's level and build rapport. Use a whiteboard for pre-test questions. Draw a circle a picture, ask, what do you see? Write the alphabet letters and see if they can say them. This helps to determine if they need extra support or if you need to extend the lesson. Teaching to learning styles. Include visual, auditory, and kinesthetic learning styles in your extension strategies. Use the circling, use the writing or interactive activities to engage all learners. Engaging after a few lessons. After getting to know the student, you'll better understand how and where to extend or not. The tutor planner can help track progress and areas where students excel or struggle. Again, I'll have a link to that in the description below. All right, now, my favorite extension activities for younger students, I like to draw on the screen, Pictionary style, and have the student guess what I'm drawing. This allows for playtime while still using knowledge. For older students, I like to play Would You Rather. It's a great way to have conversations and to get to know your students. So thank you for joining me in this series. I hope that you're learning a lot from it. Comment below and let me know what you do for extensions in class. Your task after watching this video is to try extending a lesson in your next class. Share your favorite extension strategies in those comments. Take care, and remember to check out strategy number 8 on assessments in the next lesson. It's a crucial strategy to track progress and celebrate student achievement. Oh, everyone loves assessments, don't they? Well, I do. Take care.